Let me begin today with a truth most people spend their entire lives avoiding. You do not fail because the world is too harsh. You fail because you have believed the wrong things about yourself. You do not live small because you lack potential. You live small because you were trained to be small. You do not stay stuck because you lack the ability to move. You stay stuck because someone once told you that you could not go further and you believed them. Painfully, unconsciously, almost absolutely. But today, right here, I want you to face a reality few dare to acknowledge. Your life is not shaped by fate, it is shaped by your mind. Every decision you make, every chance you avoid, every risk you never take, all come from the story you tell yourself every single day. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'm not ready. I don't belong there. I was born this way. Repeat these phrases long enough, and they become chains. Chains around your confidence, chains around your potential, chains around your destiny. Napoleon Hill once declared, "People do not fail because of lack of opportunity. They fail because of lack of faith in themselves." This was not a poetic line over afternoon coffee. This was the conclusion of 20 years studying 500 of the most powerful achievers in American history, the people who altered the world. They were not different from you at the start, but they were different in one crucial thing. They refused to believe in any limitation placed on them by society, upbringing, or circumstance. One of the most heartbreaking truths in life is this: you do not suffer most from failure. You do not suffer most from loss. You suffer most because you accept a version of yourself far smaller than who you were meant to be. You accept a small room when you were built for a mansion. You accept walking when your spirit was made to run. You accept ordinary when your soul was designed for extraordinary. And the root of it all is simple: limiting beliefs. You didn't create them, you inherited them from parents, teachers, society, culture, from childhood moments you barely remember but still live inside you. Don't dream too big. Stay safe. Failure is embarrassing. You're not the type for that. To succeed, you need money, connections, luck. You heard these messages at an age too young to fight back, and because you heard them early, you believed they were truth. Hill called this subconscious programming, the invisible script running your life. If you hear a lie enough times, you accept it as truth. If you hear judgment enough times, you live according to it. If you hear limitation long enough, you become limited. And do you know what is more terrifying than a prison with walls? A prison with no walls. A prison inside your mind. A prison where you are trapped and don't even know it. Where you stay not because you lack the key, but because you never considered opening the door. Today, I want you to open that door. The human mind is the most powerful and most dangerous tool in existence. A right mindset can take you further than education, resources, or background. A wrong mindset can destroy every opportunity you touch. Hill said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This is not motivational fluff. It is a universal law. What you hold in your mind eventually becomes what you hold in your hands. What you focus on expands. What you believe shapes your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. You don't fail because you can't. You fail because you believe you can't. You don't start because you don't know how. You don't start because you believe you're not worthy to begin. You don't change because change is impossible. You don't change because you believe change isn't meant for you. Your mindset is the steering wheel of your life. No matter how strong the engine, you won't reach the right destination if the wheel points the wrong way. Most people think they're stuck because the wind is against them. No, they're stuck because they lock their own steering wheel. Napoleon Hill discovered that all great achievers share three core elements: desire, belief, discipline. Not one, not two, all three. Remove one, and the structure collapses. Desire is the flame. Nothing begins without it. Nobody goes far without wanting to go far. Vague wishes do not build extraordinary lives. I want to be rich is not desire. I want to be successful is not desire. True desire is specific, measurable, emotional, a burning target, not a passing thought. Desire answers the question, why must I fight? Belief is the engine. Hill called it the foundation of all achievement. You can have intelligence, talent, connections, opportunities. But if you don't believe you deserve success, you will sabotage yourself before life even has the chance to challenge you. People who lack belief stand outside the door of their own destiny. too afraid to walk in. Discipline is the bridge. Every dream collapses without it. You don't achieve through motivation. You achieve through discipline. Winners work when they're inspired and also when they're exhausted. They show up. They continue. They stay with the process long after others quit. Hill called this the character of a leader. But before desire, belief, and discipline can rise, one thing must fall: limiting beliefs. Because if you climb the mountain of success carrying the boulders of the past, you will collapse halfway. So how do you break them? Hill laid out a transformation process more powerful than anything modern psychology has created. 1. Recognize your limiting beliefs. Write them down. See them clearly. 2. Ask, who put this belief in my head? You will discover most of them weren't yours. 3. Declare, this belief no longer serves me. That moment is liberation. 4. Replace it with an empowering belief. I am worthy. I can. I deserve success. I am the leader of my life. 5. Repeat daily. The subconscious does not change through inspiration. It changes through repetition. You must become the guardian of your mind. A true leader does not first lead others. A true leader leads himself. Lead your mind. Lead your emotions. Lead your habits. Lead your fears. Lead your future. You do not need a title to be a leader. You need only one decision. From this day forward, I take absolute responsibility for my life. That is the anthem of every great individual. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to hand you opportunity. No one is coming to fix your life. You must rise. You must build. You must create your own path. And when you do, life opens. Hill wrote, when you are clear on what you want, the universe conspires to help you. But if you are unclear, the universe has nothing to respond to. Now pause for a moment and imagine, what if you removed every limiting belief? What if you trusted your capability? What if you lived with the discipline of a champion? What if you held your desire long enough for it to ignite destiny? Who would you become? What would you achieve? What chapter of your life would finally begin? You cannot even imagine it fully, because the strongest version of you is still asleep. But today, I want to wake it up. Stand tall, take a slow, deep breath, and tell yourself, I lead my life. I am worthy of a bigger destiny. I refuse to live small. I break every limitation. I rise into the strongest version of myself. When spoken with conviction, this is not a sentence. It is a rebirth. You leave behind the old room of your identity and step into a new house where you are the architect, not the prisoner, where you command your mind, not surrender to it. From this day, you live like a leader. Clear, strong, decisive, intentional, disciplined, purposeful, because that is who you truly are. Let me close this in the most powerful words Hill ever wrote, a line that has changed millions of lives. The moment you believe you are worthy, the universe begins to move toward you. Let today be that moment, the day you believe you deserve more, the day you shatter the mental prison, the day you become the leader of your own destiny. Your journey begins here, the journey of a human being with no limitations.